A woman was shot with a pellet gun after she was caught removing a Trump sign from the wrong yard. Apparently, she claims she thought it was her brother's yard. And so the guy saw her stealing a sign and he shot her with a pellet gun. He got arrested for, I believe, misdemeanor assault. I find this story interesting because this is not new. People steal Trump signs. They do it all the time. In fact, back in 2016, there are YouTube compilation videos of booby-trapped Trump signs and some other more tragic stories. Earlier this year, we had a story of a couple who actually brought their kids out to steal a Trump flag, and that's despicable. But this lady claims she thought the sign was in her brother's yard. I don't buy it. I think she was trying to steal it. She got shot for trying to steal it with a pellet gun and is saying this because, well, that way she can claim it was an accident and it's his fault. He committed a crime. And perhaps he should not have shot her with a pellet gun. Let's be real. He could have called the cops and said, someone's stealing my property for sure. Maybe the cops wouldn't have done anything. That's why so many people have the booby traps. I don't think those are necessarily smart either, but I got to admit, instant karma, I guess. Let's read the story, but I also want to give myself a shout out. If you haven't already, check out my main channel over at timcast.net. It's an entirely different channel. Check it out. Subscribe. I'm really close to breaking 1 million subs, but let's read the story. Woman shot with BB gun for removing Trump sign in wrong yard. They say a North Carolina woman was shot with a pellet gun. The pellet was lodged in her right arm, claims it was a misunderstanding. Peggy Fox told WSOC TV she saw a political sign in what she thought was her brother's front yard. When she went to remove it, his 76-year-old neighbor shot her with an air gun, striking her near the elbow. Fox said she thought the sign was placed in the yard by a prankster, as her brother never talks about politics. What's more, the sign was placed closer to her brother's front door than the neighbor's house, and the exact property lines were unclear to her. I'm sorry, I just don't believe it. You know why? Because she could have asked her brother, did you put a Trump sign out? No, I'm going to go take it down. Instead, she goes to take it, and she gets shot with a pellet gun. Fox didn't make it a few steps before she felt the excruciating pain of the pellet. I looked up, and I heard this gentleman yelling at me. The neighbor, Worth McAllister, said he yelled at Fox to stop before he opened fire. Fox said she didn't hear him say anything. When Fox confronted McAllister, he encouraged her to call the police. You can't shoot people on your property, she told the news station. He actually believed he could shoot me if I was on his property, and to me, that's terrifying. Well, I don't exactly know which state this is. I don't know if they say it's North Carolina. Actually, in some states, you can. Like, according to the AG in Missouri, with the McCloskey case, if someone is about to enter your property, not even on your property, you can actually shoot them with an actual gun. Okay, I guess you can argue an air gun is an actual kind of gun, but you know what I mean, live ammo, not a pellet. Now McAllister, who said he purchased the BB gun to scare away stray cats on his property, faces a misdemeanor assault charge. You defend your property and you end up getting charged, he said in response to the charges. Fox said she had no problem with the sign itself. She just didn't want it on her brother's property if it wasn't his. She said she would have put it back if McAllister had just explained to her that it was his property. I think it speaks to the political divisions, and it's really, really sad, Fox said. I just wish people would talk. McAllister said he meant to hit Fox in her rear end. He is also considering filing charges against Fox's attempt for theft, but has to wait until his assault charge is handled. His court date is set for November. She might actually get charged for this. Look, I'll tell you what. He didn't need to shoot her at all. Even if she was trying to take it, he could. I know I'll probably get a lot of flack for this from gun owners, but in my opinion, he could have at least tried dry firing first. It's an air gun, not a real gun. He could have just made the bang, or he could have yelled louder, and maybe she would have heard something. I'll tell you what, though. I'm not going to pretend to know what someone should or shouldn't do when it's their property and someone is perceivably stealing their property. But I'll tell you this. I know why he was ready and guarding it, because we see this story going on nonstop for years. People have been doing this forever. Check this out. Poll worker injured by Trump sign booby trap with razor blades. That may be that's too much for me, man. Don't put razor blades on the sign. People are going to steal it. I get it. But there's other ways you can go about setting up security for your signs because people are going to steal them. Somebody getting their hands all sliced up. Look, I get it. People are going to say you get what you deserve. Don't touch other people's property. But I'm pretty sure booby trapping is illegal in many jurisdictions because there's other ways to deter things. Here's what I see. Check this out. Trump supporter booby traps yard sign to thwart thieves. These are both from 2016. The Huffington Post one is from November 3rd, 2016. The ABC News is from September 5th, which was earlier. This guy put string. That's it. String. And so when some lady tried to grab it and ran, it yanked her and she fell forward. That was her fault. He just tied it down to protect it. That I understand and respect. Look, there was one guy who electrified, I guess. Check this out. I had this YouTube video from CNN. See the defensive techniques used to stop Trump sign theft. This has been going on forever. In one part of the video, the dude actually sets up some kind of electrical system. I guess it's fireworks or something. Maybe a bit over the top, but hey, I understand. If all you're trying to do is deter or scare, then I think it's fine. I don't know what the legalities are, though. So you follow the law, whatever the law may be. I will say, however, these people, for one, should not be trying to steal these signs. So yeah, you know what? I got to admit, there's a bit of catharsis in the comeuppance that comes from people going onto other people's property and stealing their stuff. There is, however, someone who electrified it. I actually think that might be appropriate. Again, I don't know the law, but think about it. Somebody walks up, they try and steal your sign, they grab it and they go, ah, and they let go. And that's it. And they walk away. Don't steal signs. There's a really, really funny video, I'll tell you, where somebody apparently booby-trapped the sign with spikes underneath it. So that eventually a car tried ramming through the sign and they ended up getting a flat. I think it was the back of the sign had spikes on it or nails or something. And the car ran over it, busted up its tires. Don't drive on people's lawns, I guess. I don't know the booby trap laws, but check this out. I want to highlight this story just to show you the scale of the problem from this year. This is from April 16th. Theft of neighbor's Trump flag lands Florida doctors in jail, deputies say. The two Gulf Breeze gynecologists are accused of using a ladder to take the flag while their two children watched. These people are unhinged. You know what, man? There's a hashtag going around. Wrong Trump. You know what that's about? Donald Trump lost his brother. It's sad, man. It was his younger brother by a couple years. Trump put out a statement saying it's with a heavy heart. Apparently his brother had fallen, hitting his head. And then that was just, it was it. There were complications and he was 71 or I think he was 71. Some said 72 and he didn't make it. And Trump said that it was not just his brother, but his best friend. And he's sad. And there's a video going around where he's giving a speech. You know, he comes down from the stage and he's walking around, saying hi to people. And then he sees his brother, gets all excited. He gives hugs and he lost his brother. It's sad. Wrong Trump are people saying the wrong Trump died. And that is horrifying. These people are absolutely unhinged. They're unwell. They're trying to strip us of our police. They're literally doing it. Cops are quitting. They're going around stealing property unchecked. We need law and order, man. You know what scares me is that what the left is doing is emboldening people calling for more police state-like activities. I'm not a fan. I saw people were critical of me because I said, people shouldn't be arrested for posting photos on the internet or something like that. Basically, dude, if someone takes a picture in public and then posts it online, is it really a crime? It's like you're in public, you have no reasonable expectation of privacy. But now we're literally seeing people say, so what? Bring it on. Arrest them all. Yes. Arrest the criminals. Peaceful protests are allowed. Journalism is allowed. And we've got real issues we got to sort out on social media. But man, are these people unhinged. So how will the rest of us be able to just live our normal lives with crazy people running around doing things like this, bringing their kids? What is wrong with these people, man? I'm going to give respect to Joe Biden right now. You know why? Because he said two things. For one, he said the crazy people should be found, arrested, and prosecuted. Good. It's the least he could say, but guess what? Many Democrats weren't saying it. At least Joe Biden did. And I don't like the guy at all. He also gave his condolences to Donald Trump over the loss of his brother and said he understood how he was feeling. He has lost many loved ones, including his son. And I said, thank you. You give respect where respect is deserved. And if he's going to come out and say, condemn these crazies and arrest them, good on Joe Biden. And if he's going to come out and he's going to say, I'm sorry for your loss, Trump, I'm sad to hear it, I say, thank you very much. Can we please have some normalcy brought back, some empathy for other people and respect for other people's rights? I think Joe Biden is corrupt. I think Kamala Harris is a despotic lunatic, and I won't vote for him. But you better believe in these crazy times, even if you want to consider it the bare minimum, I'll absolutely praise the bare minimum. You know why? Because these people are not even giving us that. The bare minimum would be these people saying, I don't like your sign, and then walking away. No, they're going insane. They're stealing signs. They're getting caught up in booby traps. And you know what? Part of me says good. Some of them I think go too far, like razor blades. But I'm sick of the insanity. Leave people alone. Like the people who took pictures of the Kroger guy, Kroger Andy. Leave this poor guy alone, man. He's not doing anything. These bullies, these unhinged bullies, man, I'm sick of it. And that's why I think, you know what? I got to be honest. Only Trump is going to put an end to this. That's why they hate it. We need policing. We need our cops to feel like they can do their jobs. And we need a return to normalcy, and we need some empathy. But the left has none. That's why I think Joe Biden can't cut it. You know why? Oh, he'll give Trump respect. He'll call out Antifa, sort of. They're not going to care. They're gonna poo-poo all over him. Whatever, man. These people who are, getting their comeuppance. I don't know about this woman. Maybe it really was an accident, okay? But we got to chill. The dude who shot her, he did because he's on edge. I don't blame him for being on edge. I hope she's okay. I don't want anyone to get hurt. But we got to stop the insanity, man. I got one more segment coming up in a few minutes. Stick around, and I will see you all shortly.